Hi, Madeleine and Zoe. Thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you.
I'm Sebastian from Red Gold, a website from Chile. And well, my first question is, the showrunner said that season 1 has elements from books 1, 2, and 3. So how deep did you get into the books to create your characters?
It's a great point that you raise. You know, when we do a series, the timeline is a bit different to how the timeline works in the books. So I think for us, you know, we share the same process of, you know, we would kind of read as we go along, but then there are points where the series kind of veers off from the books. So I think it was really important, you know, we've spoken about this, that we can remain in the present while we're filming with our character. I think that was really helpful for us. But I mean, it's a lot of work for Rafe and the writers, you know, 14 books and trying to, you know, compress that into a series. I don't know how they do it. Lots of coffee and sleepless nights, but but yeah, it's a lot.
So you're working with source material that has a great and strong fan base. So how harder or easier for you is to work with a well-established universe?
I think it's easier to have the source material readily available for us whenever we need it. And there's so much, you know, obviously there's 14 books, but there's so many online resources for us that I've definitely used, especially when I was first cast. I was online and on YouTube and Reddit and Twitter and all these places where I was able to kind of like sink myself more into the Wheel of Time world. I think what's been important as well, I mean, for me anyway, when we first got here, was to really just let go of kind of the knowledge that there is an amazing fan base who are so excited about this work, but to not let that pressure us in any way, and to put full faith in the fact that, you know, we're all here for a reason, and Rafe believes in us, and he wrote this beautiful work along with, you know, alongside many other amazing writers, and I think the integrity of the Wheel of Time books are, you know, not lost at all. They've done an incredible job to make sure that the story and the truth and the themes and all of it is still encapsulated. So yeah, it's been wonderful.
So how does it feel for you to get into characters that wield the power in this universe, and what it means to you as two young women?
Yeah, you know, I think we've had a lot of we had a boot camp. We did, with a month leading up into shooting. So physically we were whipped into shape with horse riding lessons and stunt training, and you know, we have an amazing dialect coach called Naomi Todd, and she really helped us find like literally the sound of our characters, which is a really important part when you're bringing a character to life. You know, I think playing Egwene has been such an honor. I think she's just marvelous, and I could see her being a leader in our world. And I'd like to live in a world where there are lots of Egwenes running the show. But you know, it's amazing. We know that this was a worldwide casting call, and to be here is a massive honor, and to work with some of the best people and the most devoted artists in the industry. You know, I definitely do not take that for granted. I cherish every day. Yeah.
Final question. What do you value the most, and what scares you the most about your characters?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's a wonderful question. I value Nynaeve's selflessness, her willingness to put the people she loves, you know, their needs above hers, I think is such a beautiful and honorable trait. And she kind of scares me in general. I wouldn't want to cross Nynaeve at all. I think her self-assuredness and her confidence in ways, and just how strong that is, and the depth of it is really something that you know, people should not undermine, even though they do. But that's also been really, really.
That's their funeral.
Yeah, literally their funeral. Yeah.
She is. She's a cool sweet. I've been on Gwen's been on the receiving side.
Yeah.
Before, and let me tell you, that is not somewhere you want to be. Yeah, I think they're very similar and very different, Egwene and Nynaeve. But I think Egwene's sense of duty is a quality that's very admirable about her. You know, she's very determined and self-assured, and I think, you know, I have a bit of self-doubt every now and then. So I would love to have a bit more of that. But I think that's also what I'm frightened of.
Yeah.
Is how self-assured she is. I think that's what I love about her, but also it's quite maybe scary because I don't understand how you can be so self-assured all the time, but she is, which I think is just fascinating. So yeah.
Well, girls, thank you very much for this interview. Nice show. Really
Thank
nice.
you,
Oh,
Sebastian.
thank you. Thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks so much.
See you. Bye.
Bye.